and let's pray and let's do it live. Shining, sun is shining, sun is shining, feeling great, feeling great. Put on your Sunday's best. We're not at church, but we can see the light taking you higher. You don't need to get on your knees and pray when you're listening to Deb's Sunday Brunch. She'll take you away, but there's no need to fly. Put on Deb's Sunday Brunch and listen up, listen up, listen up. We're not at church, but we can see the lights taking you higher. You don't need to get on your knees and pray when you're listening to Deb's Sunday Brunch. And let's start the show. Yeah.
Yo, you're muted.
Indeed I am. I'll repeat that. Good afternoon, Ekul. How are you today?
Yeah, I am absolutely baking. How are you doing?
I am doing well. I have my AC going. We were discussing that before the show. Some people may not be aware that these high temperatures are unusual for the UK.
Yeah, just a tad. Yeah, we're more used to cloud and rain. So yeah, you will hear a fan in the background. It's because we are on Evie Much, which sucks, and it can't silence out my fan, unfortunately. Apologies.
But EV Mux allows me to get those wonderful super tips. Supertip.gg, Deb LVP. We have to throw an ad in there. And where's Ekul's sexy waitress pick? We need to make him a sexy waitress. That would be kind of funny. And DJ Electra's in the background.
In my head, I guess.
And so I wanted to talk to you today about your experiences. I know you've been on other shows discussing it, but I wanted to get your experiences with the United States and Las Vegas. Did it meet your expectations, exceed, disappoint, a little of everything? What were your first impressions?
So it was my third trip to Las Vegas specifically. I love Las Vegas. I am a degenerate gambler, as Joey C might know. So I really enjoy spending time at the casinos. I don't go to downtown that often, so Fremont Street was a good change of pace. So yeah, specifically about Las Vegas in terms of the casinos, I thought it was pretty cool seeing all the old ones.
Yeah. Did you guys stay in the plaza?
Yes, I stayed in the plaza.
Yeah.
I think next time I will stay on the strip and just stay down for like the Saturday, Sunday. You know, maybe stay at the plaza for a night on the Saturday night potentially.
Right. Now, when you've never been to Hackamania, though, this is your first time interacting with the quote-unquote Devilverse.
100%, yes. My social anxiety prevented me from going beforehand, as everyone knows. I was crippled when I was confronted by people in Las Vegas.
Yeah. I thought it was very good that you did a face reveal prior to going, and I think you have a pleasant mug. and I think you should go on camera more. I really do.
Well, I do. As everyone knows, I am a full-time grifter. I do a walk and talk option on my membership for $4.99, where I am obviously not a pineapple. I'm a human, and I do that 4 times a week, give or take. So,
Oh, okay. I have a membership, I believe. I always get one gifted. So when I do catch you
not
live,
for the walk and talk. You don't. You got to upgrade. Yep.
$4.99, you're worth it. I'll do it. I'll
There you
spring.
go.
I'll spring. You
There
were
you go.
nice enough to come on, nice enough to reschedule because I had planned this for yesterday and got invited to a cookout and had to do some cooking. And luckily everything was well received and was done in the nick of time. So it worked out perfectly.
Perfect.
I know for you guys, it's just Monday. It's Memorial Day here, and
We had the day off as well. It's a bank holiday. I don't know what it was for, but I enjoyed not working. I did a walk and talk to the pub actually, and had a few beers, so that was nice.
Do you go to that pub? I think Yuzi mentioned it one time. There's a pub where people can randomly buy you drinks online.
Weatherspoons. Yeah.
Yes.
So I said that to Rochi about like 6 months ago. I said, before we go Vegas, we should meet up and we should go to a Weatherspoon and we should do a stream and just have loads of people buying like. It's really weird though, Deb. Yeah. What you can get on the menu is food as well. So people will order like a side of peas. Yeah, so you just have to, instead of like you expect you get like 10 shots or whatever, you just get a load of peas turned up on your table. So, yeah.
It's kind of like here in the UK, in the US, people when they want to prank somebody online, they send them like a pizza with the worst, pizza with ketchup toppings and the worst imaginable combinations. So that's kind of fun. I wish we had a place like that. And it sounds like a good grift, right? You can grift. We're talking about grifting.
Exactly.
You can grift your meal and your pints while you're live streaming.
Just got to rely on the kindness of strangers. And then, hang on a second, everyone will send peas because I told them you can send peas.
Yes,
There
they
you
will.
go.
Yes. Now, if you like peas, it's a win.
No one likes that many peas.
I know. Are they coated in butter or garlic or are they just peas?
Probably not. So Weatherspoons is like a low rent place. Yeah. So like homeless people will go in there and buy a pint for £2. You know what I mean? So it's not a lovely place to go. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe it was just like a chain and like a gimmicky kind of thing.
It's a very bad chain.
Oh, okay. So it's a chain of dive bars, basically.
Essentially, yeah.
Here's a good one here from Jerry Shepherdini. What do they call English muffins in the UK?
Croissants.
Okay. Croissants. Thank you, Jerry. And so you've been to Vegas 3 times. You like to gamble, as do I. What are your games of choice?
So I am an old lady when it comes to gambling. I will play on the slot machines and I will play roulette, and that is about it. That's where my limit goes to. That's about it.
Not a table games fellow.
No, I think the problem is I would need to learn the games before I felt comfortable enough doing it. So even with like blackjack, very straightforward, right? I looked at the rules beforehand, but I see people, like I watch online slots and online gambling and what have you, and I see people like getting pissed off at people like, why did he hit on a 14? What a fucking idiot, now he got rid of the jack. And like, I just wouldn't want to sit at a table. I want to play my own game. I don't want people kind of giving me grief because I was like, fuck it, I'll just do it anyway. Who cares? Yeah.
I like craps is fun. That's good to do socially if you're with. I like to do that if I have friends with me, and it's you can kind of get a little rowdy and cheer and But my game of choice is video poker. I'll do table games with friends, but video poker I play almost exclusively. I'm going to MGM in Biloxi the end of June. And I'm going to try the bubble craps. Because Shmuel Buckman... I'm going to do a Shmuel. Shmuel Buckman swears by the bubble craps. And he does quite well. So I'm definitely going to do that and give that a go.
I saw him twice in Vegas, and the first time he'd just won, I think, shy of $2,000 on bubble craps. And that was like the first night.
Wow. Yeah.
That's not true, Final Boss. It's $40.99, and you know it's $40.99. Deb, what do you think about people who use Supertip and call out other people for grifting. What do you
As
think about
a stuttering John would say, hypocrisy police, as he pulls. I'm pulling on my shirt. You can't see it, but I'm doing that. Pulling on the shirt. No, if you're using, you know what? Nobody's grifting. I would say, if anything, we're e-begging.
Yes.
You know, and I myself, I'm guilty of e-begging. I have commercials and little things like that. But it's just, you have to be doing it for the fun of it. And I've always said that. You can't rely
What's
on
it called when you're on the street, when you're performing on the street? What's that?
Busking. Right.
Yeah, that I think that's the best version of it. This is busking. So if you're terrible at what you're doing, people will just walk further away from you and give you nothing. If you're okay at what you're doing, you might get a few pennies. If you're very persuasive at getting someone to give you money before they can get away from you in time, you might do all right. So
Yeah. There's these shops and they're in the malls and some of these casinos where they're very aggressive. They're all Israelis, so they're Mossad and they know techniques. They're very I don't know if you have them in the UK, but they're very aggressive about yanking you almost into the store, of slapping face cream on you and saying, like, look how wonderful it is. It's only $200.
I've spent 10 years training the wife how to be rude to people who walk up to you to sell you stuff. She's very good at it now, but yeah, she used to be mortified at some of the stuff I would say to these people, but now she's pretty impressed.
I get away with the like the solicitors in Costco and different stores. They're trying to sell you windows and air conditioners and all these home products, and I just go, I rent. And that shuts them down. The cell phone people, I'm on my family's plan. I have no control. That, you know, that, and the makeup people, I just start walking away briskly, and I just go, not interested, not interested, not interested.
There you go.
But they are very persuasive. But yes, I love video poker. I pretty much hold my own with it. You know, I'll have ups and downs, but I've done well. I play it for strategy. I play the better games. I check the odds table. You know, I'll walk around the casino because on the video poker, they'll have like randomly better odds on certain machines. You have to kind of go and look at the menu of the games to see the payout.
Yes, yeah, that's like the slots, to be fair, though. If you're bothered, I take my money to lose when I go Vegas. I go, right, okay, I think I took like $1,000 maybe, and I allocated it day by day, and I was like, right, I can lose $200 today, $200 tomorrow, and that's pretty much how I did it.
Now I was going to go to Hackamania and things got in the way, so I didn't go this year. I had FOMO. You guys look like you had fun. My budget for Hackamania, I was going to go Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and leave on Monday. So my budget would have been $5,000. So I'll bring, and when I go on a 3-day trip, I bring.
Somebody doesn't need super tips, guys.
No, I do.
£5,000 for a vacation.
No, I do. Shush, you're not good for business here.
Oh yeah, no, okay, sorry.
No, but I plan for my trips, and I mainly do casino trips. I've been across the pond once. I went to Ireland, and I went to Northern Ireland.
Ooh, Belfast?
Monaghan. I was also in Dublin.
Oh, okay.
I was in Dublin and Monaghan. And
that's not in Northern Ireland.
What, Monaghan is?
No, Dublin isn't.
No, but I spent most of the time in Monaghan. I went there for a wedding, but it was an excuse to go get to Ireland. And I do have relatives.
Sure.
I do have relatives in Monaghan. So I'd like to get that Chauncey Hayden on, because that's where he currently lives. I'd like to talk to him about Monaghan. I really enjoyed it. One of the funny things, and this was a long time ago that I went there, but one of the funny things was they had these like Sunday rules. And it was back in the day, the husbands apparently were supposed to go back home to the wives. So the bars would shut. But what they would do is they wouldn't kick the people out. They would just draw the blinds and turn off the outside, like the beer lights, the outside neon lights, and everything would just get quiet. And it was this archaic rule that at the time was still in effect, and you had to hide from the Garda. And it was very odd to me But like I said, nobody. It's just a crazy archaic rule. I don't believe they really enforce it. It sort of seems known. All the
Probably because they were all drunk, right? No one
yeah,
really knew what they were
probably,
doing.
probably. But I guess at the time it was to make the drunks go home for a few hours, to go home to the wives and take care of things about the house. So if anybody's been to Ireland recently, and if that's still a thing, I'd love to know. But it was
I don't
funny.
think so.
Yeah, it was kind of funny, and
I
it's
went
just
to Ireland about 6 months ago, and I was there on a Sunday, but I didn't get locked into a pub, so I
yeah.
don't know if that.
I mean, getting locked into a pub isn't the worst thing in the world, right?
No, I've been locked into a few pubs in my younger days, that's for sure.
Yeah, yeah. And it was like I don't know, it was like a 2-hour thing. It was not a big window, but it was so funny because they would like close the blinds. And my cousin was on the council in Monaghan, so I would think maybe they would look the other way for him, but it could be just tradition that they do this little ritual.
I'd assume so, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But so you've been to Vegas. Have you been to other parts of the U.S.?
I've been to Florida, and
Oh, okay.
I've been to New York,
Oh, nice.
and I think that's it, yeah.
Yeah.
And
What
Vegas
part?
3 times.
What part of Florida?
Disney, Orlando, around
Okay.
there.
Okay. Are you a big fan of like the theme parks and the rides and things like that?
No, my sister went to university at Gainesville, Go Gators. So we kind of just made a trip doing everything
Okay.
out there. We went to NASA, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Went Disney, went Universal as well, obviously. Went saw some Gators and went to go see the sister. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Disney adults. Oh, the Disney adults are nuts. Oh gosh. Universal. Final Boss has told me this. He says Universal is way better than Disney. So I'm not a theme park person, but I would really like to go to Universal. Disney, maybe the Epcot, like go around the world thing would be nice. But I'm not one for rides.
No.
Yeah, no, I'm not really that much of a risk taker.
Okay. Oh, you would have hated a helicopter, and it's so
Oh no, I would have
scary.
liked that. No, I would have liked that.
Yeah, it
I
wasn't
used to.
scary. It was
I
fine.
had I said on another show I would have held your hand on the helicopter. I would have taken Rochi's
Is that
place.
is that what people think Rochi was there for moral support?
Yes,
Yeah. Okay. All right. Fair enough.
that's that you were supposed to go sightseeing, and he just wanted to have a good old time and hit the bars there and drink with the boys, and you were more the sightseer, and
Yeah, and I was like, "Oh, Rochi, hold my hand. Come on the helicopter with me." Stuff like that.
I am a rebel, but I'm not one to, I just don't like the way I like going on rides. I don't like being dropped and stuff like that. I'm not afraid to go on like a small 2-seater plane. I had a friend that was a pilot, and we would go up. He let me take the controls. We had a lot of fun with that. We didn't do anything crazy. I mean, we weren't looping around and, nose diving. It was just a sightseeing jaunt. I would totally go on a helicopter ride. Absolutely. If I go to Vegas next year for Hackamania and you go as well, I will sign up for the helicopter ride.
Wait, why does everyone think it's going to be an annual thing that I'm going to do? I've done it now. Tick, done. I've also, when I went to Morocco a couple of months back, I went on a hot air balloon. Tick, done.
Tick
You got
done.
to do
Yeah.
things whilst you live. You got to do things. You can't just be a little baby and just do one thing in your life and that's it. You got to try stuff, right?
I would. I don't like rides, but I would love to do a hot air balloon. I would totally do a helicopter. I would go to Ocean City, Maryland when I lived up north, and I'd go on the speedboats, and they're flying through the air. They want to get you all wet and flying out of your seat.
Bet they do.
I don't mind that, but I've kind of crossed certain things. Like I'm not interested anymore in horseback riding. I did that. I did that when I was in summer camp, and they gave me like I think the most aggressive horse, and he took off like from the. It was all fine and dandy. We were on the beach, and it was a nice like slow thing, and then we got into this big area like of fields and grass, and the thing just took off. And my instinct is to squeeze harder, right? To hang on. And that's just like signal to the horse, faster,
Go quicker.
faster, faster. Yes.
Mhm.
You know, I'd like to travel, but people. I enjoy meeting different people in travels. I always strike up a conversation. I'm not afraid to travel alone. I'm not afraid to go to events alone. If people aren't into going to something, I'll just go. I'm not waiting on somebody to do it. You know, in fact, I just got a surprise before the show came on. My attorney called me, Vince the lawyer. No, my attorney called me, and I am going to see Weird Al in the Hertz Arena in their special suite, luxury suite. So I'm very excited because he said, you know, if you ever want to go to an event, we have a luxury box, you know, let me know. And I let him know like about a month ago. I said, hey, see if the suite's available for Weird Al. And he called me today, and I'm very excited.
There you go. Perfect.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, we have a new guest. Yes, I see my pal here. Let me add him. Okay, we got Dario. We were talking about this last night. Let me add him. Oh, Dario.
Much
Gotta
better. There you go.
Okay. Dario,
block
did you get a haircut?
No, it's tied back.
Did you have a job interview today?
I did. How can you tell?
I can tell you look all spiffy and professional. And let me see. 21st century.
Did you get the job? Did you get it,
Did I
Dario?
run that?
When will they let you know?
Oh, I don't. Oh, I don't know yet. I don't want to talk about it because I don't want to jinx it.
I get
But
it. Yeah.
So far, you know, we're good so far. But we'll
Very
see what
good.
happens.
Okay, let's see. So sorry here, we've got different sizing. Me and Ekul look like a pair of tits in the middle of the screen. We've got the extra nipple there. Dario is my stunt boy. So we are going to grift for him to get a tattoo at one point. He has no tattoos. He's going to get a tattoo, and he's agreed to this. He's going to get a tattoo of Karmic's guitar rooster on
Rock.
Cock rock. Yes, cock rock. So we're gonna figure out. Let's see. And well,
Can you hear me, Dario? Anytime I say anything, he's just like. Have you had a quote, Dario, for how much it would cost you? If you're grifting for it, you might want to know how much it is.
I'm grifting for it.
Not yet. You know what? I just got done walking 2.5 miles, and I just sat down to do this, so I'm still like decompressing. So I'm missing things that are being said. I freely admit that.
I appreciate you coming by after that long walk. It's pretty hot in Jersey, right? Is it?
Yeah, it was mostly sunny. It wasn't that bad, but it was just the sun.
Yeah. What's the temperature in the UK, Ekul?
I think it's about 33 degrees.
Okay, I got to do the math on that.
Yeah, the Celsius and Fahrenheit.
Yes.
Heretical systems they use.
I have to. I don't know what the formula is for it off the top of my head. I always just add 50. You know, I'm figuring it's like high 80s, maybe 90s, low 90s. I'm thinking. I don't know the conversion. Like I said, unfortunately, off the top of my head, I guess I could figure it out.
91. There you
90. Okay, close enough. Yeah, that's pretty good. 91. Okay. So, all right. That's rough though. You guys aren't used to that. Absolutely not.
Well, for us pasty Brits, yeah, it's pretty
Pasty Brits, yes. Yes. I'm pasty by choice. You know, you gotta preserve the skin. You have to use your sunscreen. Don't want to be getting cancer and looking all beat up like a handbag, alligator bag. So yeah, you gotta be good with the skin. And it's time. Actually, I'm gonna play a commercial. So if you're ready for a commercial for Supertips, because we haven't gotten any. And how am I going to grift for tattoos? The grift is going to be like
they don't even know how much you need.
Well, I kind of
price.
I'm going to find the artist for him because I'm familiar with a lot of artists in Philly and some in New Jersey. So I want a good artist. So depending on the size of it, and we're thinking pretty large, it's going to be several $100s. Plus, I think part of the grift is me flying out to Jersey so that I can be there with him when he gets it. If I'm getting a grift for him to get it, I should be there and participate.
Absolutely.
You know, and maybe I'll get a small one. I was kind of like done with tattoos, but maybe I'll get something cute. We'll throw that in the grift. So let me play a commercial.
Don't be an arse. Hit the like button.
Crowd goes wild. Now that's a super tip, baby. You're the star in your own mind. That's a super tip, baby. That's a super tip, you stud of a man.
So that's our nice commercial that DJ Electra made for me featuring Yuzi. And we also have a Britney Spears one. Maybe we'll play that later. So yes, come on. Ekul killed me because he said I don't need the money because I was going to bring $5,000 to Vegas.
To be fair, you said, well, I was going to drop 5K on Vegas.
I didn't say I was going to drop
and I was
it.
like, Jesus Christ, fair enough.
I didn't say I'd drop it. I said I'd bring it. Usually I come back with most of what I bring. I bring extra. I bring, on the 3-day trips, I bring 3,500. 500 for incidentals, and then 3,000 possibly to gamble. I never go through all that. I just bring it.
This is why I grift, because that kind of money for a vacation is just dreaming. I'd love to have $5,000 in my pocket to lose in Vegas. That'd be
really. I really can't afford to lose it per se. Ooh, you know, yeah. Oh, we do have some super tips. Actually, I was on the wrong screen. Look at this. Here we go. Ryan A, thank you for the $5.
Hi, Devilverse. It's your favorite streamer, Hugh Hazy. I wanted to know Ekul's latest thoughts on Tommy Jordan. They had a bit of beef, and I don't think it's settled. F him, being honest. Cheers, mate. Laters.
Thank you, Ryan A. And what say you, Ekul?
Yeah, so it's very strange. Hughesy just out of nowhere kind of jumped on the old bandwagon. I think he thought there was going to be a bit more momentum anti-Pineapple from the return to Vegas, and he just for some reason kind of started going at me, and I found it funny, and then he got really upset that I mentioned him in my stream, and then he sent me threats on X, which was bizarre because, as everyone says, and I agree, in person he's lovely. He's a really nice guy, so it was really weird. I was kind of like, oh, this is out of character. So maybe he's got a bit of a mental problem. I don't know, potentially, because he's really nice in person, right? Like,
yeah, everybody that met him said he was great. They liked him. You know, he seems well liked when he's out in public. I do like his stunts that he pulls. I think they're great. I would say the original drop of Tommy Jordan into the Dabbleverse on the one wheel riding up on John was amazing. I was riveted. You know, he's being chased. He's hiding in the bushes. That was fantastic content. You know, kudos to him on that. You know, so I don't know what's going on. Maybe he's just trying to drum up controversy. You seem like a pleasant fellow.
Which is pretty sad, right? Because there's a lot more interesting and relevant people than myself to try to start a beef with. But I guess maybe he saw me be sensitive with Shmuel on my stream, so I thought, oh, brilliant. We can get some of that going, maybe.
Yeah. Now, have you mended fences with Rochi, or are things good? Or oh, good. Okay.
Did you see the Hughesy episode where Tommy didn't go on for 45 minutes because he was waiting for someone else to jump on with him because Rochi and me were just chatting?
I caught the stream midway, so he was already on, and I remember he was blowing up like your face, bigger and bigger and bigger, zooming in on it, and I was like, you know, now Latanya and Andrea and I had said that you're a nice looking fellow, and there was no diss to be had with showing your face. I think, like I said, you have a pleasant mug.
Yeah, well, I don't care anyway. I'm
Yeah.
happily married. I'm not trying to impress anyone.
No, I know
was out,
that.
yeah, I was just
Yeah.
out there to spend time with friends and have fun in Vegas, and I managed that for the majority of the time. So I'm
Well,
happy.
that's good. And I'm glad you mended fences. I do like Rochi. I'm glad you guys worked it out. It's always good when you work things out. We do have another super tip. This was actually the first one. I played them in reverse. So Unnerving Brain came in. Thank you for the $3. The lead off to start the rally. All right. So this was the first one. I want to give credit where credit is due there. That is the first one. Thank you, Unnerving Brain. And by the way, check out Unnerving Brain's shop. He has some really cool art. I have some limited edition, very rare karmic shirts that I purchased off him. And also I'd like to plug Gummy Chainsaw. He has some neat artwork I got from him. He had sent me a gift box with keychains and buttons and all kinds of cool stuff. I also purchased from him a karmic metal sign art piece, which is very nice. And I have one waiting in the post office box. There's a Stuttering John one coming. So those will be hung up on the wall that is typically seen behind me. So thank you, Unnerving Brain. Please check out his store. His designs are fabulous. I'm going to work.
Does he do specific designs on Unnerving Brain? Is he a double verse artist who will kind of?
Oh, he's a double verse artist. Yes, he's got something in the works. I don't want to spoil it, but he's got something cool in the works that he showed me, and has
if
a lot
he's still around, follow me on X at Ekul Pineapple. Send me a message. I need to put some money back into the show, so I'm always happy to help double verse artists with stuff.
Yeah, Gummy Chainsaw, Unnerving Brain, two artists that come to the top of my head as very talented.
Skinny Zumok.
Oh, Skinny Chad is great. My banner on
brilliant.
Twitter he drew, and he's amazing. We have really good artists. We have Cardiff's Kids is another great artist. A heck of a lot of talent in the Dabbleverse. So if I'm happy to be a part of this group. We have amazingly talented people. We have DJ Electra, of course, who has really been invaluable in helping me get this off the ground and make it at least look polished. So and Oscar Electric, he made the thumbnails for today. It's sort of a collab.
AI boy.
Yes. He made it's sort of a collab because he used the picture of me that Papa Kill made. So I credit them both as a collaborative effort. But with Las Vegas, so how many hours do you spend at the slot machines? Do you have favorite machines and games? Do you get a lot of comps? Because I know when you play the slots, you get the most comps. Video poker, not as much, and table games, not as much either.
So as a Brit, and that's the first time I've obviously been to that casino and what have you, I didn't bother setting anything up. To be fair, they're not very good at kind of like promoting it, whereas they were when I was at like Flamingo and what have you, in terms of, set up stuff with us and all that shit. You don't really know that as a Brit. You don't. Our casinos, you just go in and you just leave after like an hour. It's completely different.
Now, your casinos in the UK, do they have hotels there too as well? Hotel resorts? Do they give any comps or not really?
Not really. I don't know. Not really for when I go. I'm sure if you spend the kind of money Deb has.
Stop it.
You get more comps.
You're killing my income.
I don't spend a lot. I spend like a couple $100, and when that's gone, I just go, all right, well, I'll do something else, I guess.
Yeah. I like I said, I bring extra money that I hope I put back in the bank, and I'm out there, so I don't want to run out of money, and I'd rather have more than not enough because I don't want to pay the crazy ATM fees. And if I decide to do something else, go sightseeing or whatever off property, at least I have spending money. But I'm very strict with the gambling. I'll bring money out, and if that's gone, it hasn't ever gotten to the point where I've brought that much money out and I walked out with nothing. If the money was to go, I'm done. I'm not hitting the ATM. I'm going to enjoy the rest of the trip. I get a lot of play out of video poker, and that's why I play it. I can play it for hours at a time. When I went to Atlantic City, not this past one, but the year before I went to, that was my first dabbler meetup. It was more Kevin Brennan kind of meetup thing. But when I went there, it was so packed because it was Super Bowl weekend. And I said never again. and the Eagles were in the Super Bowl, and the Eagles, that's the local team. I'm an Eagles fan, so I was happy to see them win there. I had to keep my seat at the sport. I spent the whole trip, majority of it, at the sports bar. People had to find me. Shmuel Buckman, I probably saw the most, and Rob Saul, and Lady KB came
Oh,
by.
look at you.
Yeah,
Lady KB's nice.
Lady KB came by. Mommy came by. I met Rocco. Rocco's lovely. Met him. Chad was there. Met Chad several times. I've seen Chad perform comedy 4 times. Chad's a great guy.
Poster.
I like Chad. I love how Dario stayed on. Yes, poor Dario. We're like, Dario's just sitting back. He's my Robin Quivers.
I'm just enjoying the atmosphere.
Yes. You have a collection back there. Those DVDs? You have quite the collection.
Comic books.
30 movies.
Oh, okay. Very nice. Very nice. Good. Very organized. Nice. I like that backdrop. You look like you're in a library. So that's a good backdrop, Dario.
Thank you.
Dario.
All right.
But this is funny. Butterdick Jones. Dario is my favorite spaghetti samurai.
Love it.
You're right. That is funny. Good one, written.
And Alpha's like, Chad's a great guy. LOL. He's a
Also
lot.
accept Pizza Paladin.
Pizza Paladin. I like that. Chad's a different guy in person. Then he comes off. He's much more reserved, and he's like sociable. I think people enjoyed seeing him in Atlantic City. He got along well with everybody. I mean, the one that caused the biggest brouhaha was KB. I mean, he just laid into Grant. He was just, I barely saw him. I introduced myself to him. He's very tall, very thin.
The Mountain Dew guy.
What was that?
Grant.
Yes.
Yes, I saw him in Vegas. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was wearing Mountain Dew stuff there as well.
Send Dateswa the link. I absolutely would love to have Dateswa on. I'm working on getting Genta on. So that would be nice. Get some more people from the chat. We all start out as chatters, so we have to grow into streamers. I was very happy to have.
We don't have to.
You don't have to, but if you want to, there's room for all of
Not
us.
compulsory.
Mountain Dew.
Many a time I don't have to stream.
Oh, that's funny. But it seems like a lot of the chatters want to be more involved in it, whether coming on shows or creating their own shows, and there's space enough for everybody.
They could all go on Clowntown, the best show that you can go on, right? With regards to that, Clowntown is the #1 show for chatters to go on. I agree with that.
Papa's Puzzle Factory is a good show for chatters to go on. It's the spin-off of Clowntown. Papa's Puzzle
it's a rip-off
Factory
of Clowntown. Got you. Okay.
No, it's the divorce. It's the divorce. So you can like them both if you like.
When are you two going on Clowntown? By the way, I just wanted to double check. When are you guys allowed to go on?
I'm sorry. I've signed a contract. I am banned from going on Clowntown.
Wow.
Yes,
Brennan Jr. over there.
I signed an exclusive. I don't have beef with those guys, but I have taken a blood oath to stick with Papa's Puzzle Factory. What say you, Dario? Are you in the same boat?
I love everybody.
I know. I love everybody.
You should go on
too.
Clowntown. I'll go on Clowntown with you, Werewolf. It'd be fun. They're great.
That could work. That could definitely work.
They don't scream at you and tell you you're not allowed on other shows, apparently. So
it's the Brennan model. Brennan does the same thing.
Oh, yeah. But he pays you as well, though, right, Kevin?
Yeah.
So at least you've got a bit of money.
Yeah. Yeah. Brennan will pay you. Shuli's known to pay people. So I know some people don't like Shuli, but Shuli's always been good to me. I will be doing his griftathon, his telethon, when he's doing that for his GoFundMe. I have been invited on there.
I really don't pay any attention to TSM. What's he doing? Sorry?
Oh, he's suing Stuttering John.
No, yeah, I know that bit.
But he's doing a telethon. He's doing a telethon to raise money for the legal fees.
How long is it supposed to be?
I think 24 hours. So he's going to have people drop in.
Joey is going to do 4 hours solid on that. I can guarantee you.
Yeah, Brennan does get a leash. Final Boss is right. Brennan pays them, so he definitely gets a leash on them for that. Okay, yes, I paid you. You're not allowed to have fun in your free time on other shows. That's right. Telethon going to be epic. We need Dr. Chow on the telethon. I think it'll be great.
I agree.
Yes. Young Old Vibes is saving her debut for Clowntown. And that's fair enough. Like I said, I have no beefs with Dub and Povo.
Countdown.
You know.
Hashtag Big W. Hashtag Shandies. Yeah.
Okay. Wait, oops, I wanted to read this one.
Hey, Kim.
Hi, Kim. Hey, Kim. Earl, Tukey, and Pat never took a cent from KB.
Well, that's not true about Pat, is it? Because he outright
No.
has a story where he had his lawyer's fee paid off, and he was told not to pay it back because it was a write-off. So we can't pretend that with Pat because he outright tells us that's not the case. But
yeah. Okay. Speaking of leashes, why didn't Mersh why didn't Mersh have one on Ice Dancer?
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, that's the big
old
breakup
Ice Dancer.
story. We can no longer say Mersh has a girlfriend. Ladies, he's available.
He introduced her to the one she left him for.
Who did she leave him for?
Frank.
What's his name? Frank Caliendo?
Can I ask a question? Did she leave someone else to get with Mersh, though?
Yes.
Was that the same scenario? Yeah. So
Yeah.
what do you
I
expect?
believe
It's the
so.
Same thing in life. Same thing in life. If you're with someone and they cheat on someone, they're probably going to cheat on you as well.
I've always said that. I've said the same thing. You know, once a cheater, always a cheater. You know, you can't fix them.
That's not me calling you a cheater. Nice dancer, by the way.
No,
That's just
no.
me saying, yeah.
I like Ice Dancer. She's a sweet girl.
She doesn't even go by that anymore now. That's part of the breakup.
What does she go by
You get
now?
the name.
Just
He's
her-
got to be right on the name.
Just her name. Just
Stupid
Brixton.
name. Just a boring,
Brixton.
stupid name.
Yeah.
Like in her message that Mersh publicized, she said no more Ice Dancer or whatever she said.
And so Final Boss says she cheated. Friend of the show says no, that's not the story. So I'm behind on that. I'm up on most Dabbleverse gossip, but I am behind on that. I did know they broke up. I did know she left him for somebody else, but you know, I don't.
mean, it's a guy that Mersh has known for I think he said 18 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he helped him once, so that means he shouldn't have got with his girlfriend. So that's fair.
Yeah. He
you should
actually
have-
he was an employee of Revenge of the Sis, actually.
Oh,
really? I
okay.
didn't know that. You should have the orange puppet on one day. Not today, obviously, but a different day when I'm not here. That's when you should have him on.
I will have the orange puppet on. He's on my list.
Mr.
Yeah.
Gobbles.
Mr. Gobbles.
No,
yes.
the orange puppet. The orange puppet. Don't use the real name. The orange puppet.
Orange
Oh.
puppet. Okay.
That's not the real name. It's Master, but I insist on saying
Oh.
Mister.
Okay. Yes. Master Goblins.
No.
Master Goblins. That's the one. Sorry.
Master Goblins,
apologies.
yes.
Master Goblins. Yes. Apologies.
Minister Goblins.
Final Boss. I knew for like 4 days before the reveal, and all I knew she was losing feelings for Mersh. And that happens too. I mean, you know, Oh, there! Look, there he is. Master Goblins is here! Yay!
Yeah.
Yes,
Mr. Goblins is here. Yay.
Already power.
I'm about to go to work anyways. Lucky for Ekul.
Yes, it is very lucky that you have to go to work and you can't stream full time. That's a very good point. Very
Yes, that's honorable. But some of us need to stream full time. So kick up
Yeah.
those super tips. Here's a commercial.
What?
There's a thing in the world called a super tip. Some people think they're boring, but they're stupid. Super tip. Super tip. Write a note to me on a super tip. They're the best things on earth. I know you've been dreaming of sending me just the tip. I think you should buy me a super tip. Super tip. I think you should buy me a super tip. Super tip. Just the tip.
That's
It needs to be
catchy.
longer.
That's catchy. Yes.
Another
Gotta
3 minutes at least.
gotta take me off when you put the commercials on.
Well, listen, at least I didn't put your head on her like I do with Granny.
That was brilliant.
So I had mercy. I had mercy on you for that. But
Also, do you buy a super tip, or do you like give a super tip, or do you send a super tip? Do you buy
I guess
them?
you're
Interchangeable, I
buying
think.
them. It's interchangeable. You're buying them first in order to give
Right.
them, and then they get
Right.
once you buy them,
They
they
get
get sent.
sent.
Yeah.
The same way that you buy a gift card, right? I guess.
I guess, yeah,
suppose
because you
so.
go to the store, you buy it, and then you either send it off or you hand it off. Yeah, same thing. Buy, gift, send. Buy, gift, send. Everybody, buy, gift, send. We need some. We need some super tips. We want to make the leaderboard. I can usually make the leaderboard on an off day with $20.
Yes. We need werewolf to get a tattoo for undefined amount of money in a non-specific area by
I think.
a
Well, we have here.
non-confirmed artist.
And it's not just tattoos. You can super tip ideas for stunts in if you'd like. I have no shame.
Yes, we'll have to work this out though, Werewolf, because we have to add up the costs. So it's going to be expensive. I will say we'll do a telethon. How's that? We'll do a telethon. Ekul, you're invited on the telethon.
Stuntathon.
There you go. Perfect.
But I will upgrade. I will upgrade to the $4.99 level because I do enjoy the walk and talks.
You're going to be disappointed. It's great. I can't
Okay.
wait. Can't wait to have you there.
Yeah, I'll definitely upgrade. I mean, I've ridden on the coattails of gifted memberships for quite some time. So I do try to, when I see you live, I do try to give one to someone else. As you say, I do it in reverse. I don't buy my
Yes.
own, but I give one out.
It's funny though because it's so difficult to work out who. I know it doesn't really matter, but I like to know who out their own pocket pays for a membership. You know what I mean? So I can kind of be like, oh, thank you. Like, whereas if you get quite a few gifted, you can't work it out. So that's why I got a separate tier. I could have made it cheaper, but that's a bad move. So I didn't.
Right. And eventually, hopefully, I'm at halfway point to be monetized proper by YouTube, which some people prefer. Some about halfway. It's like several days behind. But I was disappointed. Like I lost some hours, like an hour or something. It went backwards. I think I had done some IRLs. I did one in the Trump grocery store, the MAGA themed grocery store. I did one in Home Depot, and I did one in the pool. And they go private after a while, and I kind of like that. Make them limited edition. Plus, with the grocery store, I kind of felt bad filming employees. I did. Without really, I don't think they were aware. They have a lot of elderly.
You didn't feel bad about shoplifting, but those
I didn't feel bad.
employees on camera was bad. Yeah,
Yes.
definitely.
But they
Just
had-
casually admitting to exploiting the elderly.
Yes. We have, speaking of which, commercial was effective. All right, let's
you go.
see. Here we go. Anonymous, $5. Thank you. I have an idea for your next show, Ekul. We do a 24-hour griftathon where you stream for 24 hours for super tips and shit. We'll make a killing. What say you? Hit the like button. What do you say?
Yeah,
What do you say? I think that's a great idea.
that sounds brilliant. Yeah, sign me up.
So,
I'm down.
yes, we're going to do a telethon.
You weren't invited. I ain't splitting the money with anyone apart from the anonymous Irish guy. With
Yeah.
the avatar of Husey. That's the only one I'm sharing it with.
Well, I
There was
still think
also a
it's...
question as to what the sexual content of that tip was, and I would say it was the picture of Husey.
Oh, let me put it back up. Hold on. Let me do that. What's he doing?
See at the bottom.
Look at that. I see it. That's the stock face I have for him up there, though. He's happy.
It's a sexy one.
Oh, I know what happened on this.
What?
Someone went to use the voice to send this over and it wouldn't let them send it. So they screenshotted it.
Oh, got
and
it.
as a
Got it.
picture.
Yes.
And they went, what the fuck is the sexual content in here?
Okay. Yes.
Shit, I get shit, maybe.
Shit?
Maybe griftathon. I don't know why.
I don't know. I turned off all the mod things that were preset. I lowered them because Uncle Jack was trying to send me a super tip one week, and nothing he would write, and it was non-offensive. So I turned all the moderation down to like 0. So it's totally loosey goosey and free and open. So I guess they still have built-in things. But oh, that is funny that he had to screenshot it. So that is funny. I didn't get it at first, but yeah, I was wondering why he had an image and typed in it. So yeah, Anonymous, I appreciate that. We're doing well now.
We figured it out eventually.
Yes, so we
I figured it out. You guys had no idea. I single-handedly
It's a team effort, team credit,
we all looked at it.
democracy over here.
I'm not getting a tattoo. I want the credit at least.
All right, you got credit. You figured it out. You did.
Fine.
You did, Ekul. I did not drink all the brains out of your head, as in that thumbnail.
Not yet.
So thank you. We have made $13 for the day. Yay. So we were happy about that. That's $13 toward gambling. We will do a telethon, though. We will try to figure out the cost for the tattoo. And he's willing to get it. He's willing to get the karmic cock rock, as Dario had so wonderfully put it, cock rock.
Like guitar and all.
Leg guitar with the kick. We're going to get the kick. Maybe another one would be a portrait of karmic. A realistic, hyper-realistic portrait of karmic.
A hyper-realistic one, yeah.
Yes.
On my back.
No, I would say your shoulder.
Oh, even better.
Yes.
I think you should start a little bit lower. I think you should start with a small tattoo, like maybe an upside down pineapple or something, and then go on from there. What do you think?
What about a pineapple tramp stamp?
Oh, that'd be cute.
Mm-hmm.
My friend got a cute pineapple tattoo. It's what did it say? It had some saying on there like B.
Don't share Dan's information on it.
We got another
Wasn't an
one.
upside? Oh, sorry. I was about to say, wasn't an upside down pineapple a swinger symbol?
Oh yeah, you know what? That is a swinger
That's
symbol.
literally why I said it. Yeah.
Very
Okay.
nice.
What the damn, that pineapple gets it. Good job, pineapple. Hate speech. What is wrong with this? Let me go into those settings. This is crazy. Thank you again.
Realizes he's putting in white font the N word over and over again. That's why it's not working.
Oh, is that what he's? You are brilliant, pineapple. You were brilliant.
I'm lying.
I don't
couldn't
know.
possibly
I
that.
don't know. I don't know
couldn't
why
possibly know
it's
that.
not working. Let me see. We have a Kumia voice too. That one I'm still kind of perfecting.
You need to change your moderation. You need a change your moderation.
Yeah, it's all okay. I'm looking at it now. Let me unblock spam. Maybe that'll help. Because if they're paying for spam, I don't mind. Let's see. I have hate. Wait, maybe. No, I have hate. Oh, you know what? Maybe I do have this backwards. Hold on. No.
Let me have a look at mine once.
Okay, you know what I do? I think I have it backwards. Oh my God. Sorry about that. Okay, I have it.
You should have them all maxed out, really. Yeah?
Yes, I had them opposite. I am so sorry.
Oh, you silly goose.
Oh, no wonder I was like trying. Okay, save. Let me refresh. I am so sorry, people. I had it backwards. I figured if you took them, okay, more permissive. I'm on left. I got spam can come through. No, wait, spam can come through.
I wouldn't allow spam.
I don't know.
Just as a heads
That's
up.
true. But I have, hey, you're upside down.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Hate. I have, okay, more permissive. I had it backwards. I'm a dummy. Live and learn. Live and learn. I apologize. So now I'm refreshing this to make sure. Send me something vulgar and we'll see if it goes through. It looks like it's saved. So I apologize. This is a learning experience. And that's why I don't make fun of Shmuel Bugman, because I am learning as well. But so yes, now you can. This is another grift, I guess. Hey, make the moderation so restrictive that they have to keep trying. That would be a good grift, right? But I'm not grifting. But okay, let me take that off. So you're good with Rochi, which is nice. Are you going to do shows with him again, or are you going your separate ways? Is he concentrating on Joey C?
I think he's good with his show. I think he's enjoying it. He did a cracking solo show Sunday, so yeah.
Oh, good. I'll have to check that out.
Always welcome. He's always welcome. But yeah,
I
think
saw
he
part of that, the gatekeeping show, right?
Yes.
Is that what it's
Yeah.
called? The gatekeeping show?
I should add your face to the thumbnail, Dario. Thank you for reminding me. I'll add
Please
you.
do so.
No problem.
Yes, Master Goblins. That will be his name forever. And Volga, make it Volga. A panel maxing. Nobody gets to really make a point or people on screen just to be there. You mean here or on another show? Or it's a 7-hour show?
Not here. He's talking
Okay.
probably about
they're-
round time and whatever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm a
I think
little
they're talking about multi-panel shows in the chat.
Yeah. I mean, I try to max it out at like 5 is the max. You know, you figure DJ Electra, she's working the chat a lot of times. And then usually Dario, Uncle Jack, Granny, me, and, you know, that's it. But small panels, Deb mogging, I like it. Deb mogging in the Devilverse.
In the Devilverse, yes.
Yeah, somebody came up with that. Somebody recently came up with it, but somebody had come up with that a long time ago when I was doing the show with Dan. They said the Devilverse. Oh, look. Oh, I got something. Anonymous is happy. I've made Anonymous whole here by having it open.
Well, it's about fucking time. Jesus Christ, I spent $10 to give the fucking pineapple a compliment. Holy shit. Hello, Deb. Glad you're okay after our last encounter. Hello, Dario. I happen to love Darios. My favorite Dario is Rocco Siffredi in Buttman's European Vacation. Thanks for the 5. Hit the like button.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you for that. We are open and free now. You could say whatever you like. And yes, if there was more than 4 people on screen when I'm on, I shut down, can't get a word in, and when you do, they've changed topics. It's true. I think it's harder to handle a huge panel like that. It gets chaotic. And that was one of the reasons, and I had told Papa Kill this too. I said the reason I didn't always watch Clowntown when they were as a unit was they had like 10 people, 9 people. Kevin had a panel like that the other night, apparently. He had, counting himself, he had 10 people. He had, it was Hollywood Squares of hacks, you know.
Out of interest, how many streams did you do with Dan roughly? Would you say like 150?
No, not that many. No.
About 50?
Maybe 50. I started doing streams with him in 2024, but we would take hiatus because in the summer he would take a break for a month or whatever, you know.
So you would know from streaming with him, it takes you a while to kind of get your rhythm between each other, not to cut each other off. You kind of know when someone's near the end of their point. Now, you know how hard it is, just like with me here, for example, you know, someone you've not streamed with before, kind of when I'm going to cut you off, when you're going to cut me off, etc. Now imagine doing it with like 6-7 people that you've sometimes streamed with. Impossible. Absolutely impossible.
It really is hard. And, you know, the same thing, Dan and I, when we first started, we would cut each other off and interrupt. And we got more cognizant of listening. When you have wrangling, honestly, more than 5 is like really should be the max. When you're wrangling more than that, you sort of have to, as a host, kind of keep it going and take charge. I'm a big fan if it gets out of hand, hitting the mute button on people. Seriously, I did that one time. We had Dave Sarah on, and he just wouldn't shut up. I just muted him. You know, he was all fired up. But
I prefer to kick people off. I think that makes a better point.
I think if they're really annoying, then you have to kick them. But I think that you don't want to be so extreme right out the gate. And you get people too that we all start somewhere where it's a learning process. Like I keep saying, it's a learning process. You always try to grow to be better and critique yourself and learn from mistakes. But when you get people that have never streamed and they're excited, they might want to chirp in on a point that somebody else is already making. So, you know, yes, Dave was skiing that night. He was skiing. Now, Kimberly says Clowntown's been killing it lately. So
absolutely, by far the best of the 2 shows. I agree with you again, Deb. That is a great point.
You're going to get me in trouble with the boss. I know. You're just a sneaky fellow. But so you hung out primarily with and he's in our chat. Spurg Snake's a lovely person, and Annie, both wonderful people. And I heard that they were the people you majoritively hung out with.
Yeah, so I turned up Wednesday night, so a lot of people weren't even there. So I was hanging with them Thursday, hanging with them Friday, and then like obviously in between I was doing stuff. I was hanging out with NJ, I was hanging out with Deadfall, Mike Shit Internet Provider. You know, it's funny that I was so surprised that people were kind of like, I don't know if upset's the right word, but kind of like, oh, why is Ekul not spending time with us? I'm like, oh, just reach out, and I guess like everyone else did, you know.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna guess that you want me to go and find you and spend time with you. I assume you're spending time with everyone else, and yeah.
You know, the way that it came out and it was made to sound was that you were like isolating yourself and was shy, not interacting, and it doesn't seem to be the case. It seems like you got a lot out of the trip.
No, 100%. Yeah, it is amazing. The only thing I kind of regret is there's a few people out there that I would have spent more time with. But to be honest with you, I kind of didn't want to impose myself. But afterwards, they're like, oh, it would have been great to spend more time with you. Yeah.
Right. Now, you said you did it once. Would you do it again? Or once was enough?
Yeah, I've already said I'm going back next year.
Yeah.
I'm going to go DabbleCon 3 as well once it's announced.
Oh, good. I'll meet you there then. That's what I'm going to go to.
Don't expect to spend more than 5 minutes with me, though.
I won't. I'll have to chase you down. But I will if you want to take a helicopter ride over Rochester or wherever they have it. I'm game for that.
I'm good. I'm fine. Thank you.
The Rochester tourism industry is not exactly one to write home about.
No, but we need to prop it up. So we'll have to find the
we'll prop it up.
Yes.
We'll set up helicopter rides just for us.
And Shades Cal had a good point about, you know, that it really falls on the host to keep everybody in line. If you can run a good large panel show, but you have to keep control of it and wrangle people at times.
Some people have it, like Big W, and some people don't. Like I won't name the other person.
I'm not getting into this argument here. We can like everybody a little bit.
Ekul, stop dragging me into your feuds.
We can all go on Clowntown. That's true, Deb. We can all go on there. We're not told what to do by other people.
He didn't tell me what to do. I pledge loyalty.
I will see you Saturday. I'll be on there.
Yeah, right. I haven't even been doing his show on Saturday. I've been going to bed before that. All right, here we go. Anonymous again. We got another one. All right. There's our friend Brixton. I'm leveling up in the dab. When I'm done with Kevin Sorbo, I'm coming for Dario, the final boss, and Sam Bibley. I want babies without wonky eyes. Thank you so much for the $5. Anonymous has been killing it today on the super tips, so I appreciate that. And
one of my favorite poets.
Yes. Final boss has a question for Ekul. He wants to know, do you have a personal beef with Papa Kill?
No, I just find it funny just stirring up shit. I've never spoke to him. I'm sure he's lovely.
Yes, Haas. Hey, Haas, you were Clipper of the Week 2 weeks ago, by the way. Just wanted to let you know that. I've been enjoying your work, and you have deserved that award from me. Bibley left me for Ice Dancer. Okay. So, I don't know what
hearts all over the dab.
Yes, Brixton. There's a song, Guns of Brixton. I always think of that when I think of her name, Brixton. That's a unique name. Like Dario. Dario's a unique name.
Thank
you. Yeah. Screen recording this for next week's Puzzle Factory. Ekul will be on trial.
Damn you, Sam.
That's right. Haas, do it, Haas.
Stupid dog.
This week, Bacon Bits may be on trial. We'll see what happens.
Why? What did Bacon Bits do?
There's some controversy regarding Bacon Bits may or may not have made some comments along the same lines as Mr. Pineapple.
He got set up by Sam Bibley. Sam Bibley was photoshopping comments from different streams and adding them into Clowntown ones, trying to get him in trouble. So
Yeah. Bacon Bits, he's a good egg, so I need a...
They're both presenting evidence this week.
Oh,
this coming
boy.
week.
I will post my evidence, Sam. I will post my evidence that you have been orchestrating this whole thing behind Papa Kill's back the whole time.
Bacon is guilty. Guilty
No,
is
it's tasty.
charged.
Tasty. Bacon is tasty.
Bacon is tasty.
Mm-hmm.
I just bought some Applewood smoked bacon, and also turkey bacon is surprisingly good.
Yes.
I don't believe you.
It is. It's surprisingly good. I got 40 ounces of turkey bacon from Sam's Club, which is Walmart's version of Costco. So I have to like turkey bacon to go through all of that. But when I went to Ireland, they say, food across the pond in that region is terrible. I had some of the best soup in my life in Ireland.
Oh, lovely. Some soup. Was it
was
potato soup?
I had potato soup. Yes, I did.
Oh my god! Oh my god! You just fell for all the stereotypes. How much Guinness did you have to drink?
I had Guinness. I had potato soup. I actually had Schmittix, which I preferred. And at the time, you couldn't get it here in the U.S. Now you can at certain Irish pubs and stuff, and you can buy it in the beer distributors. But yes, I had that. I thought that was fabulous beer.
There's one thing I'll clear up when it comes to bad food over this side of the pond. You're getting mixed up with two different things. So if you said the food that you've created is bad, I can agree. In terms of, you go to Italy, you get pasta, you get pizza. Yeah.
Right.
You come to England, you get boiled mince or some shit. I don't know. It's not great. But you got to remember, we had an empire for centuries. Well, maybe not centuries. I don't know. We had an empire for a long time. We are very used at taking stuff from these countries and bringing it back. And we let in so many immigrants, and they bring all of their good, tasty food, and they bring it to our shitty country. So if you want good food, you can do a lot worse than going around England for it. I'll tell you that. But yes, if you're trying specific meals that are British, sure, they will suck dick unless it's fish and chip.
Yes. But I had I was working for a time in North Dakota on a contract job. And there was a place called the Blarney Stone in Bismarck, and I would go there, and they had an Irish breakfast. It was delicious. It was so delicious. I did like the food, and the soups were lovely. They were memorable. I have not had soup that good since. It was amazing. I know that's a weird thing to maybe associate with Ireland, right? Is it the soup? But the soup was just fabulous.
That sounds about right.
Yeah,
Pretty boring. Yeah, soup. Irish.
I love shepherd's pie. I don't think I had it when I went to Ireland, but I have it all the time at the Irish pubs here, and it's delicious. It's a good comfort food.
You can just make it. You realize that you don't have to.
I have made it. I have
pub.
made it, but I do like to. I do like to see how their take on it. Yeah,
It's
I've
not
made
like
it.
British only ingredients that you can't
No,
find.
I know. It's the peasant food, basically. I mean, it's a stew with potatoes on top. I love potatoes, so Cardiff's not safe around me. I would boil him up, fry him up, mash him up, whatever. Potatoes are probably my favorite thing.
All right, Bibley.
Yes, Bibley. What's Bibley saying?
Oh no, sorry. I was just thinking of Samwise Ganji.
Okay. Shepherd's pie and a Scotch egg. That's another thing. The Irish bars, like the ones in America, they'll sell like these the eggs in the Scotch eggs in the liquid on a jar, and it's been there. You go into some of these old bars you'd go into, these dive bars where they're real smoky. And
you say
eggs.
Scotch egg with liquid? That doesn't make sense.
I don't know if that's a Scotch egg
You
or
don't
not.
mean a Scotch egg. Scotch egg has got the kind of crumbly batter around it.
Okay. I stand corrected. I did not know. I thought it was those eggs in liquid in a big jar at a bar that I never want to eat.
I think everyone has that, don't they? I don't think that's just Irish
those and the
food.
beef jerkies. Yeah, for jerky sticks. Welcome to Soup Talk. Yeah, soup party. It's a soup party over here.
Do you know who put out a really bad video lately? It was Sam Bibley. Oh, sorry, Sam wanted to put something on screen. Sorry, Deb. Go ahead.
I love Haas. Haas is amazing with his clips.
It's boring being nice about Sam now. Let's flip it. Jesus Christ, we get it. Oh, he's great.
All right,
He's
fuck
funny.
Sam. Okay, how's that? Is
There
that
we go.
better? Yes.
Perfect.
The pickled egg. Yes, that's what it is. It's the pickled egg. Yes.
That's ironically my nickname for Sam Bibley as well. Pickled egg.
All right. What did you have you had bad experiences in Vegas? Have you had anything
lost my
negative besides losing money? That's recreation.
No, the only one moment that was a tiny bit awkward was I watched a bit off Buckman's stream, and then I was on a slot machine, and he comes up to me and he puts his hand on my shoulder. So first of all, like, don't fucking touch me, you know. But and then he goes, I was just busting your balls, and I was like, all right. So that was genuinely the only time when I was over there that I was like, yeah, like fuck off. I had a great time, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if that's the worst thing that happened to you in Vegas, I think you got off pretty easy.
Ekul, did you have any run-ins with any Vegas locals? Not dabblers. I mean, just any random Vegas people.
No, I try to keep myself to myself, especially if I'm there literally by myself, you know. I don't know about you guys, but this is the first time I've been on the other side of the world literally by myself, you know, in terms of if I went to the hospital, it's down to me to sort out. If I lost my passport, it's down to if I lost my wallet, you know. I wouldn't have a partner or a parent or a family member or, you know, someone that I could rely on to kind of bail me out. So it was a bit of a strange experience, but I guess I should grow up. I am 36. It's not that crazy. Yeah.
Did your wife not want to go, or was she working? Why didn't she join you to this?
Yeah, so she's not a massive gambler. She went Vegas with me the first time, and she enjoyed it because we went to shows and all that stuff, and we went Grand Canyon and all that nonsense. But I was doing it to kind of, I wanted to go there to meet people, to have fun, to gamble. I'd go there with Roachy and whatever. So it wasn't really ever a thing. I just said to her, would you be all right if I go to Vegas? And she was like, without me? And I was like, yep. And she's like, I guess. So I was like, cool. And that was about it.
Yeah, that's good. That was it's too bad she couldn't accompany you. It is scary to think you're on your own. Accompany you. Or comfort you.
You said comfort me. I was like, it wasn't that. It's just a bit surreal where I kind of was like, when I was like at the airport, sorting everything out, I was kind of like, well, Roachy's not been abroad ever, you know what I mean? So I was responsible, in my head at least, for him like getting there and getting back, you know, because I kind of felt like he's not been in that environment before. So yeah, I don't know. It's just a different scenario. Normally when you're on vacation with a partner or whatever, it's just a different vibe, right?
Yeah. Now, would you share a room with another person again or no? That to me would be awkward.
I should have just took an extra like 300 quid out of my money and paid for his own room in hindsight.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not being funny. Like we were talking earlier and I was like, Jesus Christ, $5,000. And I'm not going to lie to you, Deb, $5,000 to me is a lot of money. And I know to you it is as well. But I mean, like the money I spent on Vegas was quite a lot. So I wasn't kind of like, you know what? I've got another grand here that I can use on this. So, you know.
You know what? The thing was with the $5,000 is I haven't been to Vegas in such a long time that I wanted to know I had enough cash. It wasn't the intention.
Don't take it personally.
No, I'm not.
I'm saying I would love it if I had that situation.
But I hadn't been in a long time, and I wanted to know at least I had on me more than enough. More than enough. I did not expect to spend that gambling or anything. The reason I didn't go, I'll be honest with you, was they had started the war. And the price of the airline tickets skyrocketed. So to sit and coach was like $1,200. They did go down a week before, you know, but at that point I had already scrapped the plans. The room would have been comped because I was going to stay at the MGM, and I pretty much exclusively right now gamble at the MGM. So all the points go toward that, and they offer a lot of comps. my trip. And that's another reason I bring extra money too, because I'm not spending on the hotels. I get the hotels comped. I'm not a high roller by any means, but I'm consistent enough and I get enough hours in with consistent play without losing that they want to recoup what I do take from them, and they want to just keep getting me back in there to pump money through the slot machines. I mean, the video poker machines. I do once in a while play a slot machine just for shits and giggles and get a couple more points, but I find the money goes very fast. Like if I did do slot machines, the $3,000 would go with that amount of hours I play.
There was a day when, I was a little bit jet lagged, I think, and for whatever reason, whenever I travel, I always get a cold. I think it's the aircon on the plane or in the hotels. I don't know what it is, but I was waking up at like 5, 6 o'clock every morning. So Rochi was coming back at 4. I was waking up at about 5 or 6, and I remember it was about 7:30, and I'd already spent all my money for the day, and I was like, this is right. Let's go explore. let's get out.
Yeah. They may have played a game of joust in the hotel room.
There you go. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure if it's not specifically like a British thing, but I didn't think it was like super weird because, well, like he was at that time. I think he was in a relationship. I'm in a relationship. Neither of us, as far as I'm aware, are gay. So it was just sharing a room, saving money, being economical. But everyone's like, oh my Jesus, like, oh my God, there's another person in your room and they've also got a penis. I'm like, all right, sure. Granny was all right with it.
Yeah.
Dum-dum. There you go.
Well, it's safe to assume you didn't join the queue to get a treat from LaTanya.
No, I got to skip the queue. Yeah.
Yes.
Perks of letting her be on my show. Yeah. Correct.
But no, I guess I wouldn't have a problem sharing a room with somebody another female, but I like my privacy and I do like having my own schedule.
I do as well. In hindsight, it's a bit weird, but I'm also stingy, which is weird. I'm quite stingy with my money. So I was kind of like, do I really want to spend an extra, 300, 400 pounds paying for a room for him when we're not really going to be in the room together at any time? And we literally kind of weren't at any point. So I'm just there to sleep and then wash and then go. That was pretty much it for me.
Right. And fillet of fish, 9.10. The slot machine's language is sneaky as well. Betting $1 and saying you won 60 cents when you really lost 40 cents. No, that's true. And people always say,
you can win a bonus. You can win free spins. If you spend $100, you can win free spins.
Oh, there was this lady playing this one machine last time I went gambling, and she was on it. She was in the high limit room, and she was on it for so many hours, and she kept getting, it was some Asian theme. It was like, I forget the name of it, but man, I was checking her money like Kevin Brennan, right? I'm like looking over, and she would be down and she'd be way, way up, a little bit down. I went to dinner, came back to that same room, and she's like way up, and she's getting like this explosions and bonuses, and the thing is just kind of playing itself at this point. So I guess it's picking the right machine. Like, what machines do you like? I heard like the people like the Buffalo and the Wheel of Fortune.
Buffalo.
Yes, I always hear that. Buffalo.
That's one of your classic ones. I don't like the really old ones, like the three different
the wheels.
Options and you pull the slot. They're pretty shit. I don't know. Anything shiny. I like playing some of the new ones, like the gimmicky ones based on like Game of Thrones or whatever shows fucking out like within the last few years.
Right. Yeah. I like the big gimmicky ones, the ones that are gigantic. And I'll throw like 20 in one of those and play it. And of course it's gone within a minute. That's why I don't really do the slot machines. I think at least I'm wise with what I can get the most time on, to maximize the money.
I'm the absolute worst at that because I do slots and roulette, two of the most, and it's gone kind of things you can gamble on, really. So
yeah. Kimberly says I was doing good, then ended up losing $800, not including what my daughter spent from my wallet.
Better luck next time, Kim.
Yeah. But the slot machines, like I said, they're fun and the lights are bright, but I feel like at least with the video poker, I'm making an active decision.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, it's like some sort of tactics. It's not just blind luck. But when it comes to gambling, I've got such bad luck anyway. I really shouldn't do any sort of gambling. But, yeah.
I mean, if you go into it as it's recreational and you're just, the money that you bring is the money that you can afford, let's say, to lose, or you go in expect to lose the money. So if you bring $1,000, you say, well, I don't expect to win. And if I do, that's gravy.
Yeah, so I brought, the first time I went, I think I had $500. The second time I went, I took $800. And the last time I went, I took, I think it's like 1,000, 1,100 or whatever.
Okay.
And I brought back 0 and then 800. So I brought back what I won, so that what I spent, so that was good. And then this time I brought back like $300, so that was okay.
Oh, good. That's good. And Shades Cow, Kim, did Buck give you any of the money that he won in Las Vegas? It's a tradition. They give a percentage to the people around you when you win. It's called lucky money. Yes.
Well, he won $2,000 right next to me and then didn't say a fucking word. So no.
So
he shoehorned that right in his pocket.
But I hear he pays people, right? I heard the Hackamania before he was handing out 20s, and I think he
make up our mind. He either pays people money or he's really tight and doesn't give any money to anyone. I can't.
Yeah. We haven't figured that out yet.
I think that was a Lion Brian Landon.
Yes.
Original. Yeah, I think
he
so.
did give $20 to Tommy Jordan, I believe, this year. He handed him $20, I think, to get him to go away.
Probably being hilarious.
Yes,
right?
yes. He said, go play the machine. He gave him $20 and he played the machine. But no, the tradition really is lucky bucks, right? Lucky money. So if Ekul is sitting with me and I win $2,000, I give Ekul $100, and he goes and plays. Yeah,
that's ridiculous.
No,
that's crazy.
If I'm up $2,000, I would give Ekul $100.
Right, next year, nobody sit next to me when I'm gambling, all right? Because I ain't giving you shit.
Ekul will be sitting next to me. He's going to follow me around.
Yeah. I'll sit around next to people waiting for the money. Yeah.
That's like, it's the same thing when you win a big payout. You give a tip to the people that bring you the money.
See, I try to understand your guys' tipping culture, but with that, I really don't understand it.
Yeah.
They go, do you want a drink? You go, yeah. And then you have to pretty much pay them how much you'd fucking pay for a drink anyway with a tip.
You give them like
drink.
$2. You give them $2. You get a nice drink. You get a Kettle One or something. You get a higher end thing. You get a nice drink. You throw them $2.
After you've spent $2,000 in the slot machine and you win $800, they're like, yeah, give me $100. You're like, fuck off. I've got to make my money back.
You don't have to give them $100. I mean, you could throw them like 20.
If it's a cash, what's it called?
Cash hand pay.
Hand pay, that's it. Yeah, sorry. If you get a hand pay, that's over $1,000, right? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's actually no. Trump changed the rules, so it's over $2,000, which is great. So
really?
Wow. It was $1,200 was a hand pay. So. You throw them like $20-$30. I mean, you don't have to you give your friend more, your lucky friend.
Hoping that they win and then they give you some of it.
Yeah, you hope, yes. And but it's just like a tradition. It's a good luck thing, and you're wishing them well. So you're giving them 100. Maybe they'll hit, and they'll give you back 100. Yeah. But, it's so funny, gambling, superstitions and different things like the hot and cold machines. I see people, sometimes they'll play a couple hands, they bounce. They didn't do good, they bounce. I wait out cycles. Sometimes I move. If a machine, I just feel like the cards aren't good for a while, I'm like, all right, for a short while, I get up and I move on. And I'll find a machine, I'll get in it. The key to video poker is you have to have enough bankroll to ride out the cycles. to ride out the bad cycles so that it comes around. That's the key.
I've tried that with slots. That's how I lost my money.
Slots, it doesn't work for me.
Morning.
It doesn't work for me. I do terrible on slot machines. I do. Because there's no strategy. There's no odds table. You know, there's the percentage that they have to legally pay you, the give back. But it's just press a button. And some casinos...
RTP.
Yes. And some casinos you don't want to go to, like in New York State, they're called video lottery terminals. So even if you're playing video poker, the odds, it's like a scratch off. The odd is predetermined. You could throw out a winning hand and you're going to get another winning hand of that same amount. And it's not fun. There's no randomness to it.
Yeah.
You know, you definitely want like a machine that runs on a random number generator.
I think there's definitely different types of gambling, right? So the type of gambling I like is the throwaway gambling. So in terms of like, if you bought a scratch card, you don't actually expect to win anything on it. You're expecting to throw it in the bin afterwards, right? Same with slot machine. You pull the thing, you don't actually expect to kind of get a bonus out of it or win the jackpot. Whereas I guess if you do all your poker stuff, you've got a technique. Yes, right. I think everything's expensive, friend of the show.
I mean, yeah, $2 beers are hard to come by. You know, even here, like I'm in Florida and they have a lot of happy hours and their happy hours are like all day. And the beers may be the cheapest unless you go to maybe like a VFW hall, a private club. The beers are about three to four is the normal for a pint. More for a bottle.
Just to clarify, I don't think $2 is expensive. I was just exaggerating how much of skinflint I am by saying I paid him.
Oh, I remember Jimmy the Greek. Oh my God, I remember him. Oh, yes, but I do like I like hanging out in the sports bar. You sit at the bar. You don't have to wait for them to come around. They're just there, and you can play some side wagers on sports while you're there. Got something, TV's blaring, all kinds of things to watch. Horse races, any kind of sport, soccer, or as you call it, football, the real football that we call it, baseball, all that stuff.
That you call American football.
Yeah,
the real football that we call American football because it's real football that we have to put American before it. But yeah.
Yes. And Shades is right. The slot machines, except for poker, have been slated as a video game. The player has nothing to do with the outcome at all. And that's what I like. I like making a decision. And sometimes I could go with, all right, do I go for this or do I go for that? Like I have two different ways I can go. And, I might get dealt a flush and I have 3 aces, but maybe I want to just say, hell with that. And I want to try for the 4 aces, which has got a way better payout. So you've got to think: do I go for the guaranteed win, or do I throw caution to the wind? And that depends on how you're feeling and how much
thought process for me.
I like it though. I like to have to think about it. I like that I get to make a decision. It's still random. I mean, when you stop it, that's where the cards come up. But I like to have some say. I don't want to mindlessly press a button. Though the flashing lights and all that stuff, I do see the appeal. And that's why slot players get better rewards from the casinos because they lose at a greater rate. Now, I had a friend, now you were talking about scratch-offs. I had a friend. He was buying these scratch-offs left and right. Too much, but we're really spending money he didn't have. Well, he bought a $50 Monopoly scratch off in Pennsylvania. He won he won $500,000, but after they took the tax, it was like $339.
I hate that you get taxed on it.
I do too. I do too because you're
just give you 300 because it just makes you think, I had 500 and then I lost 200, and it's like no, you never had anything.
Hey, yes. Rochi, good to see you, my friend. I love Rochi. So he gets 300 and let's say 340 after the taxes, which to me is bullshit because when you buy the tickets and you lose, you're paying into the tax system. They should not come after you when you win.
Yeah, I would prefer you just go, it's 300, win 340,000 because you'd be like, that's a lot of fucking money. Like, don't
Right.
lie and bulk up the number and then take a third of it afterwards. Just take it already. Take it beforehand. It's fine.
So he wins the money. He wins it in April, and he was really struggling. Really, really, he's on disability. They had lost, the mom died, they lost the house, they were living in like a shit hotel. So he did one smart thing. He did use some of the money to put a down payment. He got a house. He had terrible credit, but he was lucky to get this house, and he got that. He blew through that money. He got it in April. He was broke by November and borrowing money from me. So, I mean, it was just
Sounds like a bit of an idiot.
yeah. I mean, he pays me back. That's the only reason I would lend it to him. Now I stopped because he's just telling me he ordered this and that on Amazon, and I don't want to hear it. And then I'm waiting forever to get my money back. But he bought a car. He did need a new car, so he bought a Kia, whatever the bigger Kia truck is. I can't think of the name. Telluride. He bought a Kia Telluride. He was still living in this shitty hotel, and he was parked. He had the car a week. He was parked. There was a homeless guy pulled in a pickup truck, wanting to just like chill in the parking lot. Had a dog in the truck. The dog got out of the window, and he went to run after the dog. Didn't realize his car was in reverse. Got out to chase the dog, and the car backed into my friend's new car. So now my friend and the guy didn't have insurance, suspended license. So the cops didn't do shit. It was a big mess. So my friend gets
Can he pay for his own insurance? I know we live in different countries, but like I have fully comprehensive insurance. So yeah, ideally your insurance would pay for it. But if you didn't have it, I could always go through my own insurance and just pay my excess.
He had to pay through his own insurance because this guy was unregistered, uninsured, unlicensed, the whole thing. And they actually did pay him back his deductible, which I was surprised. Like the guy's girlfriend actually, in good faith, she could have ghosted him, paid him back his $500 deductible. But he had to use his own insurance. He gets the car fixed, and he swears it's not the same. It's not the same. It's not the same. So what does he do? He trades it in for another one. Now he has to put out, this is all dumb, okay? Now he has to put in $5,000 for this new one. Now he's getting the next model year. So he puts in for that. He gets that one. He's in the Poconos, and there's a lot of rocks and boulders and shit up there. What does he do? He goes to visit a friend, and he hits a boulder. So now he thinks he fucked that car up, and that car had frame damage. So that car was more.
I really
fucked
don't
up.
like your friend.
No, I like him by default, but he's dumb as rocks sometimes. And
he sounds like a friend who's a bit more of a pain to have than a joy to have.
Well, I just don't get. I don't lend him money anymore. I just listen to his stories. Go, okay, yeah, too bad. I'm broke. Too bad.
You should have him on.
Yeah, no, I don't cross over real friends with Dabbleverse friends, so I keep them separate.
I get it. That's fine.
And he actually met up with me in Atlantic City the last year when I went, and I didn't know he was broke. He didn't tell me how broke he was. So we go out to dinner at the steakhouse, and he treats me. I get a filet mignon. I didn't know, like I was just gonna use my comps and stuff. He's like, no, it's on me, right? So I get a filet mignon, he gets pasta, I get a glass of wine. That's $20 glass of wine because I'm on vacation. I know this is hurting your Ekul soul, but I was gonna use the comp. I had comp points, so it wasn't costing me out of pocket.
Just give someone $2 for a beer.
Yeah.
No,
it's not Rob Saul. Rob Saul doesn't drive. But no. But so he and then he's gambling with me. We're at the sports bar, and I showing him how to play the video poker, and he's sitting with me, and I bought him lunch and stuff. Again, I used the comp points. No skin off my nose there. I didn't realize like he's gambling and he's running out of money, and I'm like, oh, just go to the ATM, just go get more, because I'm thinking he has all this money from this windfall. And a month later, he's telling me how flat broke he is. Is it
Gino?
No, I know, right?
No, nothing.
But no, Gino looks rich compared to him. Seriously, this guy's worse with money than anybody. So the
Yeah,
second
that's
car,
pretty bad.
the second car, he fucks up. And this time he fucks that car up kind of good. So he gets rid of that one. He trades that in. So now he's losing money on that one because they can't sell it. They're going to auction it. He gets a smaller one. Oh, and he didn't like the second one because the second one didn't have as many options. That's the first one because he just got hoodwinked by the salesperson and he didn't do his due diligence. So it's fault on him. Then he gets a smaller one now. That one's been, knock on wood, that one's fine. Oh, the second one too, a tree fell on it in the back and messed up the tailgate. So he had like double whammy on that. He was going to leave the tailgate alone.
I don't believe in God, but if there is a God, God hates your friend and is really fucking with him and really, really doesn't like your friend. Because he's like, here's a load of money. Boom, gone. Boom, gone.
God does fuck with this guy though. I do have pity for him. He was overweight, so of course he ended up being a diabetic. He had to have toes amputated, then they had to amputate his leg under the knee. So God fucked with him prior. His mom died, and his elderly mom died, and they just weren't equipped to keep the house, so they lost the house. It was just. I felt terrible for him. But when he came into this money, I was like, oh, your problems are solved. You can buy a house or put money to a house, get out of living in this flea bag motel, homeless type motel, and get yourself on your feet. And this solves your problems. He just created more problems. Like some people just
maybe he just likes being poor.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I felt sorry for my bottom and air conditioner the one year because his house doesn't have
I need an air conditioner.
Yeah.
A tree fell on my air conditioner. Help us out.
Ekul, you've got a fan, which I don't hear the fan, by the way. So I hope you didn't turn it. I hope you didn't turn it off because I don't want you to suffer.
Not even for you would I turn off this.
I understand that, and I would never ask you. And Dario, how are you? I'm sorry I have you there in the corner.
Oh shit! Hi, Dario.
I'm good. I'm just enjoying the show.
Did he get a prosthetic leg with a bong? No, he got a New York Islanders prosthetic leg. It's got like their colors and their logo on it. So, but I'll tell you, he moves around fine. He lost a lot of weight. He moves around fine. I'm not heartless. I take pity on him for those things that happened to him, but with the money, I can't really take too much pity. He fucked it up.
You're responsible for yourself, right? If like the leg thing and the diabetes stuff, even that is kind of self-incurred, right? You know,
Right.
As a bigger guy, you're aware that you incur a risk if you kind of abuse your body for too long. And same with money. That is not true, but Younger Vibes is my favorite homeless African American.
Thank you, OG Mumbling Nick.
Damn right.
Dario's voice makes me rock hard. Yes, it does. It does. All of us. Super Dario brothers. We like Dario's smooth, sexy voice.
It's a me, Dario.
Dario. But no, you have to, at one point, you have to just take responsibility. I told him just to get a job, even a security guard.
Wait, he doesn't work even.
No, he's on disability. But
Don't lend him money.
I stopped.
He doesn't have a job.
I stopped.
Christ.
I stopped. And he was...
I keep giving this gambling degenerate unemployed guy money, and I don't know why he doesn't pay me back.
Well, I think the gambling was pressure for me because I thought he had a lot of money. I'm like, just go to the ATM, just go get more. And he didn't admit to me how broke he was. I would never have encouraged that. And lending him the money, he did pay me back. But the last time it was pulling teeth, but he did get it to me. But if that doesn't make it worse,
Never lend money.
I don't usually. It makes for friends to not be friends. And
Yes, yeah, for sure.
you know, but he always paid me back, but I stopped. I do have another friend that once in a while gets in a jam, and she'll just borrow like $30 here or there. She always pays me back. Always. Like right away. You know, if she's in between something. I'm not, you know, not bleh, I can't speak today. I'm not
Empathetic?
I'm not empathetic, I should say. I'm empathetic to these people, and I feel bad. And if they prove to me they can pay me back, that's good. As soon as they fuck me over, then they're done. I don't really lend money out. I don't. I have
You're quite a godly woman, aren't you, Deb? From what I remember, I think you lost your head at some point with someone who was.
I did, and that was kind of.
Was it Kim?
It was Kim. We've patched it up.
Yeah.
We've patched it up.
Okay.
I think I was a little unfair to Kim. I mean, none of us are perfect. Who am I to judge Kim? Seriously, for the past, that's like 20-something years ago.
Throw the first stone, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So, I mean, I feel like good deeds come back to you, I really do. But I've been getting taken advantage of is another thing. And I'm wise with money. I am. I'm not a skinflint like you, Ekul, but I'm wise with money. I invest, and
I'm a walking contradiction. So my wife says it all the time. I'm the stingiest, most generous person she knows,
Right.
and I don't get how that works. I genuinely don't understand because
Yeah.
I'm like, I hate parting with money, but I will, without a second, drop it on certain things.
Deb, does that mean I'm not getting that loan? Oscar Electric, you live in a beautiful home and have a beautiful pool, and that's all I'll say.
Where's my loan, Oscar Electric?
Yes, Oscar Electric could be lending us money.
Yeah.
And, but
I won't pay it back.
but I will give out lucky money though. If I hit $2,000 or up, I will throw 100 to my buddy.
I won't. Yeah, just to confirm. I still won't.
Okay. That's good. That's cool.
If I ever win, I'm never sharing it with anyone.
I mean, if you're just walking by me to say hi and I hit, it doesn't count. You have to be keeping me company, and
Okay, yeah.
if you're just
I do like watching people gamble, to be fair, because that's nearly as good as gambling, and it costs you a lot less money. So, yeah.
Deb is thrifty with money, if you know what I mean. Shalom, Deb. But you know what I mean. You could give people a chance. They're longtime friends, and if they prove that they can pay it back, then they're fine. When they don't, that's cut off. I don't hand out money left and right. I really don't. Contrary to this broadcast today with the $5,000 to Vegas and the lucky money and all. The lucky money I will do. If you're hanging around with me and you bring me good luck, I'll hand you $100 if I hit $2,000 or up. It's not. What is it? It's not that big of a deal. Spread the joy, spread the wealth. Let them go play something and pray they hit something too, so you get it back.
There you go.
But yes, my friend I yell at him all the time as a friend because he fell for gift card scams. He was on dating apps.
Oh, no.
Yes.
What, the same guy?
It's the
Just
same
put him out of his misery, Deb. Just put him down. Take him to the vet. Jesus Christ.
How am I even friends with him? I've been friends with him for so many years. I just try to help him. I try to give him advice, and he just doesn't listen. He finally doesn't do these gift cards. I'm like, they're Nigerian. They're not girls. They're Nigerian in a boiler room on a call center on these dating apps. Stop it. You
don't understand. His dad was king of Nigeria, and he's got to unlock the funds. I've got to send him the money.
I'm still waiting for that prince to send me my $15 million. Jerry Shepardini says, Ekul stole the loose change that the helicopter pilot uses to pay tolls. Did you tip the helicopter pilot?
No.
No.
I paid the helicopter pilot to pick me up in a helicopter. Why'd I tip him for doing his job? You're bonkers. But I was sitting next to Deadfall, and as far as I know, I didn't see Deadfall tip him. And if he did, then he tipped him for both of us, so I'm fine.
Yeah. Now, Deadfall, that's somebody with a lot of money. Okay, that's a guy that can tip and give out.
Oh my God, we were on slot machines next to each other, and I was spinning like 50 cents per spin, and he was spinning $50, and I had to ask him to stop doing it. I said, "You're making me feel sick, like my degeneracy." I was like, I can't deal with this, seeing like hundreds of dollars just spinning in seconds. It hurt.
There was a guy a couple seats down when I was playing video poker, and there was a guy a couple seats down at the end. I was at one end, he was at the other. There were like 4 machines. He was playing $25 a hand. He hit for $35,000.
Wow, love to see it. That's so awesome.
And if that wasn't enough, about a minute later, he hit for another $10,000.
Nice.
You know.
Nice.
So, and they come, I mean, I'm just watching this and they come with a big stack, you know, they had to hand pay it, right? They come with the tax form and there's a huge stack of money and they're just counting and counting and counting and counting. And a minute
You
later,
know, we don't get that tax form, us Brits, when we come over.
yeah,
You know that we get to keep it all.
that's good. That's good. Maybe, I wonder if I go to the UK and I gamble, will I get to keep it all? Nope.
I don't know.
They get me.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, to be fair, but yeah.
Yeah. He
Sorry,
probably
I cut
did.
your story off.
That's okay. That's okay. He also lost 250K. He was putting the money in. Some of these people are like, wow, you know, bet big to win big. You know, I do.
Apparently so.
What when you play the slots? Do you do max bet? What do you do? How much a spin?
Right. Well, I've got about $200 per day. I would spend 5 minutes per day gambling if I was doing max bet on the slot machine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. No. I'm spending less than the old lady that's been there all day.
Old ladies
That's
spending
how
a
much
lot. I'm sitting next to some of the old
Yeah.
ladies. They're putting they're like, we're not leaving our grandkids anything. Fuck that, you know. And they're just putting that money in and enjoying their life. But I remember one time I went to, might have even been in Vegas. I put $20 in a penny slot machine and I wasn't really reading the table on it, the pay table, and I hit max bet and it was $20 and the whole $20 was gone.
Yep.
Luckily I won $20. So I took the 20 back out. I said, that's it. No, enough of that. You know?
I hate the name penny slot machine because as a Brit, you're like, okay, so it costs a penny. Like, that's really cheap. That's such a low value slot machine. And they're like, no, like there's some stupid math on it where just say it's a 40-cent slot machine. It's an 80-cent slot machine. Penny slot makes me think it's a penny. And I don't think that's that unreasonable. So,
I mean, it can be a penny, but to really
no, you can't bet a penny. You
Oh,
cannot.
you
I've
can't?
tried.
I don't play them. I don't know.
I lost a lot of money. You cannot bet a penny. I looked in a lot of casinos.
And I mean, I didn't like sit there. I was stupid. I put the $20 in, and there's all these lines, right? So that's this. There's all these lines crisscrossing and going across this and all these different options, up and down, diagonal. I put the 20 in and go max bet, and just see the money go zero. Now I have to spin. I'm like, oh, well, lesson learned, dummy. I hit the thing and I got the 20. I was like, okay, give me that back. Give me that. I don't like this. I don't like it.
Yeah, good work.
Yeah, I was like, walked away and I went back to my video poker. I play $5 a hand. I do, like I said, I do get a lot of play. I can get hours. I've played for 12 hours. And I've played for, like when I went to Atlantic City, I probably logged 30 hours into the games on the video poker in the sports book. So they were, and I hadn't been since COVID. So it was 20, we're in 26, so it was 25. I went 2025, I hadn't been. I luckily still had gotten the room comped at the Borgata. So I had to pay for the airfare and incidentals. Like I said, I didn't realize my friend was so broke. He bought a big dinner at the steakhouse. I would never have asked him to do that. He offered, and I didn't know better. But I would have probably picked that up if I had known. And, I got a lot of play in. And the problem was the Super Bowl, I couldn't move from the seat or I'd lose it. Now, to go to the bathroom, they have these little placards and you put reserved. And, you know the etiquette with the casino, too. You could put the napkin over the machine, flip up the chair. And usually they respect that. Nobody will sit in your seat. And, but this, I just couldn't get up. The sports book was the hottest place, especially with the Eagles in the Super Bowl. Right, Dario?
Absolutely. I have a lot to contribute to this conversation. I've never gambled.
Really? Do you think you would try it or no? Do you feel like
bet you have.
Yeah, I tried. I've never. I absolutely, because I haven't done it before, and I've never been to
bet you have.
Vegas. So,
No, you could do it right in Atlantic City.
well, okay, yeah. When I was a kid, I mean, there was little gambling here and there with cards when I was in like junior high, but
Right.
not at the casino level.
I would
You
do
not
the
even bought a scratcher? Is that what you
No,
call it?
actually,
Wow.
no. I hate I hate the state lotteries.
I don't buy the scratchers too much. I buy 'em once in a blue moon, but not. I
I
don't
bought one
really.
when I was 16 and that was about it.
Yeah,
Just 'cause
I kind of-
could.
The most I won on a scratcher was 500, and then I kind of stopped. I was like, okay, that's good enough. All right. And I mean, I didn't. When you think about what I spent prior, I didn't really, as was said earlier, you won 500, but how much did you lose to get to that 500? So you didn't really win 500. But he was addicted. This dopey friend of mine was so addicted to these scratchers. And a lot of people, too, a lot of degenerate gamblers only tell you about the wins. They don't tell you about the loss. So he'd sit there and go, I won 5,000. Oh, but then he tells me he bought a whole roll for like at that, he would buy like at the time rolls of them. So you could buy the whole pack and you're guaranteed a winner, but it's only it's a winner, but it's the value of a single ticket is guaranteed. So if you're buying a roll of $10 tickets, you're guaranteed to at least get $10 back. And he would tell me, oh, I won 5,000. Oh, I won 1,000. Oh, I won this. I won that. I think one time he won 10,000, but he's still broke. So that tells you how that works out for people.
Yep, can't quit whilst he's ahead with the 330 grand that he had. What an idiot.
I mean, that would have been life-changing, and it should have been. I mean, and then he was like, so he gets this house, and then he's telling me he was behind on the mortgage, and I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, you got yourself basically, your brother and your elderly aunt out of literal homelessness, right? And living in this shit motel. And your mortgage comes first. You don't need $200 cable bill.
What I find amazing, if you're a degenerate like that, and if you're aware that you're a gambling degenerate like that, if you get 330 grand and you're living in a shitty hotel, like, I don't know how much your houses cost, but I would probably put like 300 grand on that house, and then, whatever rest is the mortgage, and just be like, there you go, fuck it, it's gone, it's all in the house now. I left myself 10 grand for scratch cards.
The house was 200,000. Okay,
what, so he paid outright or deposit?
That was the total for the house. He could have bought the house for $200K and still had 140 left. He didn't need to go through 3 new cars in less than 6 months. Yeah. He didn't even need a new car.
I've got zero sympathy for your friend, and I genuinely am starting to hate him more and more as we talk about him.
Yeah, I've just known him long enough not to completely hate him, but he is like is an idiot at times. He really I'm just being mild on that. He really is an idiot. So he could have bought. I told him to buy the house outright. He had bad credit. I said, just buy the house outright. He was trying to rent. He wanted to rent, which was to me was foolish, but he couldn't get approved for any rental houses. So he found a house. He was able to somehow get a loan, and he put 100,000 on it. Like, he put what would normally be considered a good down payment, but
he doesn't work, and he knows he doesn't work, and he's on disability. So what a fucking idiot!
He's on disability. His aunt's like 86. She's on Social Security. His brother works. His brother works at Walmart, so not a great job either. But his brother works pretty hard, and how you're not swinging a $1,200 mortgage between the three of you? I think it's because he can't keep up his end of it. They're chipping in. He had a car. His brother needed a car. He gave his car to the brother. He should have bought a secondhand car. He could have got a car like 4 or 5 years old and been fine. He only goes to the stores with it, so it's not like he needs a brand new car. He doesn't go on major road trips. I think the biggest road trip he went on was to visit me from the Poconos when I was at Borgata. So.
There you go.
Yeah, so yes, you now know the most hateable person, Ekul. One of the most hateable persons. I mean,
I'm sure he's not hateable, but
he's not hateable.
I couldn't deal with it. After the first 10 times, I'd be like, okay, all right, I've learned my lesson.
No, he's not Stut Joe, but he's about as good with money as Stut Joe. He is. At least my friend takes baths and showers and isn't an internet lolcow, so I'll give him that much. But I guess he's not yet. I'm not introducing him to the internet.
Depends how much money he needs.
Yeah.
Get some super chats. Get some super tips.
Oh, God. I mean, I don't even tell him about super tips that even a little bit of money trickles in. God forbid, Hi, Jake. How are you? Good to see you.
You like and shared it, Jake.
Yeah. No, exactly. KB wants to move, but a low interest rate. You're kind of locked. You're kind of locked in for the time being. Absolutely. And where would
I'm
you move
dreading.
to, KB? Would you stay in the state you're in, or would you move to another state? I think where you live is great. I like that state. Gamblers that are
Um,
flashy, pay for it, drug dealers driving Lambos, elicit eyes of the law and revenue establishment. Look poor, feel rich, seems silly though. So, I didn't
There you
even,
go.
you know what, KB? I didn't realize you were from the East Coast originally. And no, I didn't dox her. I didn't say what state she lives in, but it's pretty well known. And if she wants to say it, she could, but I won't. But yeah, I love the East Coast. I miss the Northeast. I really do miss Philly, New York, New Jersey. I have a lot of my friends are up there, and I miss them terribly that I can't see them all the time. And that's where my roots are with my people. So I've made friends here though. But I do miss it. It is really hot and everything. But then there's days I wake. There's days I think I want to leave Florida and I'm frustrated with it. And then I wake up and there's a beautiful sunset or a crazy looking bird or I see the top of an alligator and I just think all that's neat. The alligators, they're like they're like dinosaurs. That's what they are. They're dinosaurs that survived. So, rent is real cheap in Massachusetts right now. You should move up here. KB, move to Massachusetts. Should I, Jerry Shepherdini, Debbie Real, should I stand to return the Switch that Mersh bought? It's the right thing to do, right? Comment, Ekul and Dario. No, it's a gift. She can keep it.
I was under the impression that
I thought he broke
Brixton
it.
gave the Switch to Jesse PS.
Whoa, really?
Yeah.
Whoa.
You guys see Jesse PS did a whole show with Ethan Ralph reading off the DMs between him and Brixton talking about this whole thing?
You know what? You told me about that last night, and I have to sit down and watch that, definitely.
That's where I got the info. That's where the chat came up with the Pentacuck label for Mersh.
Pentacuck, wow. And
As Jesse PS outlined the 5 bulls that have cucked Mersh.
okay. Who are the 5 bulls? We know Ethan.
I don't
Ethan
remember
Ralph.
all of
I'll watch it. Don't worry. I'll catch up. I'll catch up. And Jake
I don't
Hudson,
know all the players.
Jake Hudson would love to move to the UK. You need a roommate, Ekul?
You would need to be a Pakistani person to move here, Jake, unfortunately. So you do not fit that, despite what some people might say.
That's
you
what
do
I
not
heard. Yes, I heard there were a
criteria.
lot of Pakistanis. So maybe Ava could come over there.
Ava's more than welcome to come over here. Yeah,
Yeah.
we've got a house ready for her. And no, I don't need a roommate. Thank you very much, Deb. I have a house that I own.
I know. I'm
very much.
teasing. I think your last
Thank you.
adventures with roommates, you know.
Thank
room-
you.
Maybe you could sponsor him.
No, I'm fine.
You could foster him. He could be your
I'd
foster.
rather move to America than have Jake move over here, if that's
Yeah.
an option.
Aw.
Yeah, thanks. Not with Jake, just to clarify. With my own person.
Yeah, KB, I can totally see that. Jesse PS puts so much effort into his show. It's try hard, and I'm not really fond of that phrase, but I can totally see it when it comes to the Pod Awful show. But I haven't watched enough to like get a full understanding. But he's got this whole setup. He's got all the stickers. He's got a set.
Yeah, he does have a set, like he's in a spaceship and stuff. I haven't watched enough.
Yeah.
I've liked what I've seen, actually. I don't have any bad feelings toward Mersh either. I've told you, Dario, that I think Mersh, a lot of times with his opinions, is pretty fair
Oh yeah,
and straightforward. He's a straight shooter, so I respect that.
he gets like cynical and jaded and embellishes a little, but it's for the show. It's the bit.
Right.
talking about the show, Deb, can you just clarify? Because I was chilling, watching a little bit of Hugsy the other day when you were on.
Yeah.
And then you just up and fucked off. What happened to you?
Oh, I did the Irish goodbye. I stole that from Dan. I did the Irish goodbye.
Right, okay.
It was just a bit.
Were you a few cups in, or what was going on?
I was a few cups in. It was Memorial Weekend,
okay.
but I did do the fuck.
Exactly.
I did do the fuck off thing. It was kind of like a thing I stole from Dan. He used to do that. Like he'd go on BYB and he'd just dip. So I was kind of tired of streaming. I like Uzi and it wasn't anything personal. It was just a bit really that I guess didn't really land. Yeah.
Got you.
But. Okay. But, you know, I wasn't mad or anything. I just like, I'll exit. I'll just dip off. I'll do that. I'll steal that little move that he used to do. You know.
Fair enough.
And Blue Sky says, Pod Awful sucks. I don't know enough about it. I did get a kick out of some of the things like the live journal and when they played the comedy album, you know.
Oh, man. He's got a soundboard like Chad. Jury's still out for me on soundboards. I'm not sure how I feel about them yet.
I don't even know where these. I have a soundboard, but I use like two things. I use the applause.
Yeah, you use it sparingly,
yeah.
So it's not intrusive.
I mean, wait, here we go. My impression of Chad. There you go. That's my impression of Chad. But
I was going to do my impression of Dan and just leave, but that's rude. Deb, I'm going to love you and leave you. Thank you for having me on. Was there anything else you wanted to ask?
No, I think we had a nice chat. I appreciate having you on. You're welcome anytime you'd like to come back. And
you mainly stream exactly when I stream, Deb. I'm not going to lie. So it kind of makes it a bit awkward because I know it does. My stream to come on.
No, I know that. No. Okay. But I do pop-up shows and these special things like this. And we had about 50 people watching, so it was respectable. I didn't want to.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
There's 49 in there now. Yeah.
Nice. So hit that like button.
We had like when I started, we had like 2, 3. I said, this is embarrassing. I
bring those numbers.
I was like,
then Dario come on, 49 people turn up. There we go.
Yeah, I think that's a good point to end. Dario, do you have anything you want to plug?
Tomorrow night, it's Werewolf Wednesdays on This All Sucks. Every Wednesday is Werewolf Wednesday. Come on down. Check out Granny and 2K. I'll be there too.
And Ekul, and there are links in the description for Ekul, Werewolf, and other friends of the show. And Ekul, let them know where they can find you.
Yep, so at Ekul Pineapple on YouTube and on X. You can see me 2 o'clock Eastern, Friday, Saturday. I won't tell you what time Sunday because I know someone else streams at that time, so I wouldn't dare do that. You can also potentially find me on a really good show called Clowntown. It is amazing. It is the best show out of the two by a mile. Thank you very much for having me. Have a lovely day, you too.
Thank you. Ekul, I appreciate your time. Thank you so much.
See you later. Bye now.
Bye. Bye. All right. So that was nice. I had a nice conversation with Mr. Ekul. And
certainly.
That was a lot of fun. That was a nice 2 hours. And where's my outro?
I even got a few words in.
You did? I'm so sorry. I feel bad.
Don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. It was just a subject I had nothing to contribute to.
But you're a great listener, and I think where's my outro? I got to get rid of Ekul's little circle. We'll get this one day. We'll get this. Oh, here it is. It's coming. So I'm going to do the outro, and we'll call it a day. How's that sound?
Sounds good to me.
All righty.
I'm not dancing this time.
I know. I left you up there.
I want to thank you. Thank you for tuning in. Hit the like, hit the like, hit the like, hit the like button. Oh, this is goodbye. This is goodbye, my friend. Don't you cry, don't you weep. We will be back again next week. Oh.
Penny, I'm not so sure that you're degen enough for the Dabbleverse.
This was a show, this was a great show. But now it's time to go. Don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Oh, this is goodbye, this is goodbye, my friend. Don't you cry, don't you weep. We will be back again next week. This is goodbye, my friend. Don't you cry, don't you weep. We will be back again next week.
Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. And come back next week, y'all. You heard?